Myself, Professor Pawar VK from Department of Geography, J.A.T Art, Science and Commerce College for Women, Malegaon. On behalf of this video presentation, I welcome you all. Third pattern is radial pattern. Radial, the name radial itself indicates which comes out from the center where streams flow outward from the dome-shaped or cone-shaped structure. They are known as radial drainage patterns. Many of the great volcanoes of the world, like the Fujiyama or the Ramar, have streams that flow away from the central highland areas. The next pattern, that is number 4th, which is again related with this particular drainage patterns. Now we will see the landforms of river erosion. Now, as a river plays threefold work of erosion, transportation and deposition. While erosion, the river, it erodes the particular area where the erosional features are formed. Now, the features of river erosion are as follows. Number 1, V-shaped valley. V-shaped valleys come into existence in upper course of a river due to this downward cutting. The river valley becomes deep. Along with the river, different agents of weathering like rain and frost also are important in or playing an important role in the river erosion. Due to these erosive actions, sides of the valleys are eroded and the resistant rocks material is carried to the river channels with the action of gravity and by rainwater flowing towards the river. Thus, these valleys become wide at the top while their floors remain narrow. These valleys usually occur in areas where rocks are non-resistant and where rainfall is heavy. These valleys are common in the Western Ghats in India. Second feature is gorges. These valleys come into existence in the upper course of the river entirely due to its downward cutting. The areas through which such rivers flow are made up of hard resistant rocks which are not affected by the agents of weathering. Due to continuous down cutting, the valley become deep and narrow. Its sides have vertical wall-like slopes. Such valleys are also developed in areas of porous and permeable rocks like limestone and in areas experiencing dry climate. In India, such gorges have been formed by rivers like Indus, the Brahmaputra in the Himalayas, the river Colorado in the dry Colorado Plateau of United States of America has also carved out a gorge which is more than 450 kilometers long and more than 1 kilometer deep. The next feature is number 3rd, potholes. These features develop in the upper course of a river due to its erosive action. In many areas, the beds of the rivers have a number of joints or cracks. The large fragments carried by the river erode joints more easily and rapidly, forming small depressions. The rock fragments get caught in it with the swift flow of river. A grinding circular action is set up due to which the rock becomes deeper and wider while the neck remains small. The potholes are quite common near Vittalwadi in the bed of river Mutha in Maharashtra. Now, the next feature is rapids. The rapids come into existence in the course of the river where the layers of the rocks are hard and these rocks are eroded continuously. The river bed has steep where it crosses the hard rocks. The water tumbles down sloping segments of the river bed which is known as rapids. These are like stair-like forms. So next feature is waterfalls. Waterfalls develop in the upper course of the river also due to its erosive action. They develop in areas where the bed of a river consists of rocks of varying hardness. When the layer of hard rock lies across the river course, the soft rocks of the downstream side are more easily eroded than the hard rocks. The river bed thus becomes steep where it crosses the hard rocks and waterfalls develop. Waterfalls are actually steep wall-like slopes in the beds of the rivers over which the water tumbles down with great force. Waterfalls come into existence when layers of hard rocks either lie along the horizontal direction or when they dip gently upstream or when they run vertically across the river. There are numerous waterfalls in the rivers of the Western Ghats of India. The Jog Falls on the Sharavati River in Karnataka are 260 meters high. The Yanna Falls near Mahabaleshwar in Maharashtra are 183 meters high. The Victoria Falls in Africa and the Niagara Falls of North America are some of the famous waterfalls in the world.